Today, we're going to be talking about opposition, and I'm going to give you 3 ways that opposition is actually your friend. The first way is opposition, guys. When you're coming up against, a brick wall, when you are giving it your full effort, as an entrepreneur, there's certain endeavors that I take on and I give 110% and nothing seems to be working. What that opposition is doing, it is building strength. It is building your resistance and developing your inner strength. For instance, let me share a story with you. A couple of weeks ago, launched my first sales funnel, and I was so excited. And I began to dream and imagine the thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that was going to come in as a result of me launching the sales funnel. So the day comes, I launch the funnel, nothing happened, not one sales. So throughout the day, I'm like, okay, any minute now. And after a few hours when nothing seemed to be working, I go in and look at my email campaign. I was so excited because I had acquired 2,000, new email subscribers on my list. And looking at the 2,000, over 100 and some had unenrolled from the distribution list. So of the 1,800, I think it was 1,880 that were still remaining, I went to see how many of them had looked at the email. And it was like 33 people. The other people didn't even click on it. 33 people had looked at the email. And not one of the 33 people clicked on the link to even visit the stores. So that is opposition. That is opposition. But I had a decision to make. I had to decide, am I going to let this seeming defeat get me all down and cause me to quit? Or am I going to dig deeper and to allow this opposition to develop in me the inner strength, the resilience to come back after? Of course, I decided of the latter. Today, after I think 2.5-3 weeks, I'm preparing to launch another lead magnet tomorrow in my entrepreneurship venture. With that being said, I have decided that nothing is going to cause me to stop. Nothing is going to cause me to give up. If I can't get at it one way, I'm coming at it another way. So opposition is definitely helpful in building inner strength. Opposition also refines our focus and our purpose. Guys, I was born in the 70s and my father worked for Chrysler. So excuse me if this is a dated, antiquated example, but when we're talking about opposition and how it refines our purpose and our focus, I think about Lee Iacocca. He was the CEO of Chrysler back in the late 70s, early 80s. And Lee Iacocca had gotten fired they let him go from Ford, where he was, instrumental in the launch of the Mustang. So Lee Iacocca was on a mission with Chrysler, and Chrysler was failing at that time. They were in a lot of trouble. Well, Lee Iacocca, because he was focused and determined to build a name for himself, he had gone after government loans, and it was innovative at that time. He had secured $1 billion in loan money from the government to save Chrysler, because again, they were struggling. And Lee Iacocca, he became very visual. He was on their commercials. He was on their ads. This was at a time when, if you guys are my age, you'll remember the station wagon. My parents had a station wagon. But Lee Iacocca had launched what was called the minivan through Chrysler. He came at it with a different strategy. He launched the minivan, and it was hugely popular. Actually saved the day for Chrysler at that time. He came out with the minivan and something called the K-car. And when this happened, it turned around the direction that Chrysler was going in. It saved that company. Lee Iacocca became the hero of sorts of that time for Chrysler. And the minivan was like a thing. It was the new fad. But had Lee Iacocca not faced the opposition that he faced at Ford, and he channeled the focus and the purpose to succeed at Chrysler, we may still be riding around in station wagons today. So in that example, opposition again was a friend. It helped him to redefine his focus and his purpose. And because of that resistance that he had developed, he pushed on past. Lastly, I want to talk about how opposition, it helps us reevaluate our strategy. You know, I mentioned earlier that I had launched a sales funnel. And as I began to dissect it, and I said, okay, we're going to have to come at this thing from another angle. I had to learn more about sales funnels. I had to learn about the systems that I was actually using to launch my sales funnel. I won't bore you guys with all the details, but because I'm on social media and my business is, that's essential to my business, I had to learn about, different ways that I could reach out to that audience there through different apps and things like that. So with that being said, I've got a different strategy. While I'm launching a lead magnet tomorrow, I have implemented some different strategical angles that we're going to go after. So what opposition did for me when the sales funnel didn't work, it helped me to dig down deep. That's the inner strength that you're building. It helped me to refocus. That's the Lee Iacocca approach. And then it helped me strategize and come up with a different angle on which we're going to go after these sales conversions. And now I'm implementing, something called ClickFunnels, another email marketing program that I'm going to be implementing, and then another app that I'm going to use to capture the people off of social media. So I say all that to say this, that I don't want to bore you guys with the details, but opposition definitely helps you develop and come up with different strategies. It helps you come from a different angle, and it helps you see that there's another way around this thing. So again, guys, opposition is not your enemy. Opposition is not your foe. It is your friend. When you have the right perspective, when you have the right vision, and you're seeing things as they need to be seen, you're going to understand that just like working out in the gym, this opposition has come to build you. It has not come to keep you out of the promised land. It has come to make sure that you go in stronger than ever. So today, whatever opposition you're facing, whatever seems like it's not going your way, whatever seems like it's fighting you, look at it from a different lens. Come at it from a different angle. Dig deep and let it propel you into something that you never even dreamed was possible. All right, guys, that's my lesson for today. Those are my tips. I hope you use them. I hope they help you. If you like what you're hearing, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button so that you know when I go live again. All right, have a